Good morning, campers. This is Crusader Rabbit KBNY 5962 starting our broadcasting day. And today, for your viewer enjoyment, I thought I would bring you some practice daylight practice respooling a Minox 8mm film canister in broad daylight, and kind of another technique, kind of trying out different techniques, and I thought I would try this one and share it with you. So, this is the Minox 8mm film camera, and this is my Minox B right here. And when you're going to be putting the film canister in the Minox, remember that this is where the lens is. This is the back of the camera, and we're going to be putting the film in like this. So this is the take-up spool. So this is kind of a dummy hole. This is the actual hole that the take-up reel is going to go into, and then this is the actual take-up spool here. And that fits on like that, and that goes on like that, and that's going to go in there. And we want to make sure that when we load the film on, that the emulsion is facing toward the lens. So we want the emulsion facing toward the big cutout and not the little cutout here. There's the bridge between the two, the spool of undeveloped film, and this is the take-up spool. And you want the emulsion side facing toward the lens, which is right there, right? Okay. So, I snagged a piece of towel there. There we go. Okay. So in preparation, I've cut a couple pieces of, I have my 8mm tape that I bought off of Etsy, just 8mm tape. And I cut a couple pieces. One is going, or a couple pieces are going to help me seal the canister once I'm done loading. So when I'm cutting the piece, I want to make sure, especially when I'm putting it on, I don't want the piece sticking over on here so it gets stuck on the film and hinders the film advance. I want to make sure that it's on the canister like that, and then it's going to wrap around, and I can probably cut it about there. So it's going to be about that long. And as a kind of a guide, maybe it's like a 1.5 quarters in diameter. Just briefly there. So I'm going to cut two pieces like that, one for each side of the canister to keep the lids on, and then I'm going to cut another piece that is going to be the I'm going to cut another piece to like put onto the film that I am also going to use to attach to the take-up reel. So I've already cut those three pieces, and as a piece of practice film, what I have done is I slit some 16mm film, and then these were the perforations that were left over from 16mm. Now this is an actual 8mm film that was slit for the Minox, and if you look, the piece of waste material with the perforations from the 16mm, from what was left over when I slit the 16mm film off of 35mm, it's almost exactly the same size as the Minox film. So what I thought I would do would be to use this as a piece of test. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to remove my pieces here, and I am going to spool up my pretend Minox 8mm film. Now when I'm spooling it, when it comes right out of the 35mm film can, it's curled. And it curls with the emulsion on the outside, which is useful because when we're doing this in the darkness, it's nice to know where the emulsion is and where the emulsion isn't. Where the, I don't know what do we call this side, the plastic side and the emulsion side? Acetate? I don't know. So we're going to spool to get this down to this size. I'm just going to keep spooling here. And of course we'll be doing this in the dark. Probably want to wash your hands before you do this so that you don't have any greasy fingerprints that you're putting on the film. Of course, if you put it on the back side, probably not a big deal. Okay, now is that going to be enough? And do we have it spooling the right way? Because we're going to want to put the film in, we're going to want the emulsion on the inside facing the large cutout. So we can do that. We can put this in here and then feed this out here like this. And then we can go ahead and we can put this on, and then we can put our piece of tape on that we have pre-cut so we don't have to cut it in the darkness, so we don't lose any fingers. And we're going to take this and put it on here. Like this. And we're just going to take that and wrap it all the way around the film can for as far as it goes. And that's going to help keep the lid on. So now we have the lid on that. And we're going to take our other little piece of tape that we've cut for some size, and we're going to stick it on the end of the film here, like this. And then we're going to open up, well, we already did open it up. So this is going to be in like this, and then we're going to be taking the film spool, and we're going to be putting it on like this, and we're going to be rolling this. And we kind of messed that up. Didn't put that on straight. Of course, you will be able to feel this when you're in the dark, amazingly enough. There we go. Then we can just start rolling and rolling and rolling, and then once we roll a little bit, you want to take this and snap it onto this guy. And what we're going to want to do is roll it up, maybe, and then get this on here and through here. Okay, well, there we go. Then we can just roll this up, put this in here. We're going to want to put the top on here. We're going to want to get that roll. So it's going to settle onto the top. maybe if we put the roll onto here, then put the top on. Gosh, this is small. There, like that. And then put this on. There, like that. And now that that's on, we can take this piece of tape and we can put it onto this canister so that that doesn't come off. And now we have a nice loaded film canister, emulsion side facing this way, so that when we open up the Minox and go to put our film canister in, take up spool, it's going to go onto there, and this can just fit right down into there, nice and snug. I want to make sure the film's going in there. And there we go. The film is in the canister and it's in the camera.